TBD starts now.
So let me lay this on you, Josh. I got two thoughts here.
I got
First,
multiple. I have way more than two thoughts.
Oh,
so
that's fabulous. First, I was thinking maybe we could just do like a little mini TBD, like a little Minisode.
Okay, a little mini TBD.
Yeah, a little bit of Minisode. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
what are we thinking here?
I don't know. I have no idea. I hadn't gotten past the
The
thought.
thought of just the
doing
title. You got the title in your head, and you're just like,
Well,
Let me
yeah.
just bring this up to Josh real fast. I feel like this is prime real estate.
And I was just thinking about some of the stuff we've been talking about and how it could be chopped up into.
like tiny little
I don't know. Is it
mini
too personal?
Like my dick? Or do you mean like work?
No, it's like about shit that nobody really would give a fuck about.
Well, I feel like nobody really give a fuck about any of the things we talk about.
That's true, I guess. But at
I
least
mean,
they're
just in general.
supposed to be funny.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a question for you.
all right. I got answers, so you came to the right place.
Is this A and Q's?
Are we A&, some Q's here?
We're A and some Q's here.
All right.
Okay. Welcome back to A and some Q's. I got some Q's for JB to A. Are you ready for this, JB?
Oh, I have my A's ready to go.
Can you get my dad a job at a movie theater? Preferably the Bijou. Or the Northwest. Those are the closest to him.
Let's see here.
He is
Okay. Go on.
60 years old.
Okay.
He would like minimal tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Part-time day shift. What have you got for me? Just taking tickets or working the front desk or sweeping the floors?
Best bet, I think at that point, is you're going to be looking at the Northwest.
Okay.
Because we're actually changing it up a bit to where we're not going to really have ushers. We're just going to have like food runners. So there is not going to really be any easy jobs anymore. And I think we're getting rid of door.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be a thing. Whereas the Northwest still very much does have door.
Okay.
They have weekday ushers, things like this. Only issue I really see is, and she's a wonderful woman. Let me just lead with that.
Okay.
But Stephanie Newman, the general manager.
Oh, I have met Stephanie Newman. I am fully aware of her history as a manager and a longtime friend of yours.
Yeah. She's a great lass. But they already have a door guy over there. Older gentleman.
Uh-huh.
Comes in late quite often.
Well, let's get rid of him.
Right. So, I mean, I can see how maybe she might be looking for an upgrade. You know?
Okay. Well, let me ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
Do they drug test?
Interesting lead. But to answer your question, technically, no. The only time we really perform drug tests or if we suspect the individual of being under the influence of the narcotic at the time.
Right.
Like if they reek of it.
Right. Or if they come in with cocaine on their nose.
Yeah. Little things
like that. Or they
like
are
that.
drinking in the bathroom.
Or if they're shooting
I
heroin.
guess you don't need a drug test for drinking.
Yeah, if they shoot a heroin into them.
They're doing a heroin.
Yeah, just one heroin.
Yeah, well, just had one heroin, boss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do the heroin.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm hip.
But
hip.
you're cool. But they don't know about you.
Yeah, but when I do my heroin,
right?
When I do my singular heroin,
right,
for the day.
But the great thing about you, Josh, is you are able to keep it just to one heroin a day.
Yeah, I just use one heroin unit. I get
There was no need to raise your amount.
You know what really confuses me? Like, because I've seen several documentaries of late about heroin addiction.
Okay.
And all those people,
I've heard of it. I've heard people talk about it.
Yeah. They're all these people are very, very thin. I got to tell you right now, trying to keep up with a strong female warrior who goes around, battling dragons and saving princes who need assistance. It's rough. It's real rough. Heroines, they're constantly riding horseback across enchanted kingdoms and battling witches and barbarians, and keeping up with heroines is
and you're doing one a day. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I squire for them, fetch their wine pelts. Obviously, I hold their weaponry and shields for them.
You tend to the horses.
Yeah, give them some oats, clean them, give them a nice brushing. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some health hazards involved. I've been turned into a newt twice.
Part of the job.
Yeah, when you're rolling with heroines and or heroin, if it's just, I go with.
You're just doing one a day.
Yeah,
one a day.
Just one. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy man.
No, we're not greedy men.
And I don't want to be addicted. I don't
We
want to.
didn't rob the paper tree seed birthplace.
Yeah.
And we just, Josh happens to just one heroin a day.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Back to gainful employment.
Right.
How are we filling out an application? Do you need to go in? Do we need to do an online thing?
I believe we do technically have online registrations, but I would very much recommend coming in, dressing up kind of nice.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Turn in your application. Be a little engaging at that time, but don't be needy. You know, don't be too much. Give a little, but not too much.
All right.
And then you take a step back and you put my name on the application.
Okay. Let me lay this on you.
Okay.
My father. I don't believe he has had a job on the books job in 20 years.
Let me ask a question.
Okay, ask away.
Then, Jason.
Now you've just changed to be the host.
Can we do a little role-playing situation? I mean, this will help me determine kind of.
I suppose
this is the question.
we could do that. We could do that.
Okay. I'm gonna have you be your dad.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna be Stephanie Newman.
Okay.
Wonderful woman who doesn't get mad at her good friends for mentioning them on podcasts. It's great. She's a great person. I'm just gonna throw some cues in your direction. It's gonna be some quick cues. You're gonna right back at me. Fire those A's back.
Okay. Don't
hold back on me. Don't hold back on me. I can handle the A's.
Okay.
I've been handling A's for days. You know.
All right.
Just for the sake of my friendship with my good friend Stephanie, I'm not going to do a voice for this. I thought about it.
All right. No impersonations here.
I can't do her voice very well. I'm not going to lie about it. It sounds pretty close to mine anyway.
Okay. All right.
So,
Mr. Barrera is what you would call me.
Oh wow. Okay. So, wow, you have the same last name as your dad? That's so coincidental.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Wow. Did you guys know each other before you met?
No. Well, how would we have known each other before we met?
Well, I mean, I assume maybe some kind of time travel device or apparatus.
No, but we met at a convention where lots of Barreras from all over the world.
Right.
They meet.
I've heard of this.
They congregate. They have beers. They have food.
I hear these conventions are held in some pretty amazing places. Where was the last one held at again, Jason? I forget. You were gonna.
I think it was in Cincinnati. I'm not sure.
That sounds pretty boring.
Not Cincinnati. That's where I met my father. But the last one that we went to that was really exciting was in Brazil, in São Paulo.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did you guys do anything Brazilian?
Well, we did one thing. We went to that big giant statue.
Oh, the
Christ
giant
Redeemer.
Oh, I thought it was like a huge McDonald's arch. I think they had the biggest arch on any McDonald's in Brazil. Is that not right?
That might be true, but that's not where we went.
Oh, what are they? Did you have any McDonald's while you were in Brazil?
Oh no, I don't eat McDonald's. I'd rather eat cardboard.
Oh well, it's high in fiber.
It sure is. I eat only the best free range, fully organic, GMO-free cardboard.
No, you don't want that cardboard that's been, boxed up. I don't eat.
No.
I would never.
We don't want processed cardboard.
Yeah, that's terrible. I
need fully grown natural cardboard. I don't even want you to use a sprinkler system. Just it needs to grow by the rain only. That's how natural I want my cardboard.
And if it doesn't rain enough that year, then I guess
I just don't eat as much.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get any cardboard.
That's a light year for me. I just maybe I'm down 20 pounds that year.
That's the way the world wanted it to be, and I believe that that's the way it should be because we just gotten away from that. I think maybe we destroy all the buildings, we get all the batteries, and shoot them into space with the last of our technology.
And Indiana. Can't forget about Indiana.
Yeah.
So, back to...
Okay, all right. Okay, so I have my application here in front of me.
Okay, this is the application that I just filled out. Okay, I'm Mr. Barrera.
I'm
trying to stand up straight.
Yeah, you are. You're trying.
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Real quick, I got a couple questions for you. Just to.
Is this pre-interview?
Well,
are we live right now?
Oh, we're not quite live. We're gonna take a little time out.
Okay, time out, folks.
A little T.O. A little Terrell Owens.
Okay,
right now.
number 81.
Oh, he was the 81st runner he did a marathon. He was number 81. Was Terrell Owens something else? No, we're talking about Terrell Owens, our good friend who was born in the year 1981.
Yeah, he's just a little bit older than us.
Yeah, he works at Taco Bell. And he always gives me free Baja Blast.
You love that Baja Blast, don't you?
The Freeze is probably the best, but yeah, I do love regular Baja Blast also.
So we were about to do like an outline, maybe.
Oh yeah. I got to get some inspiration. I need
Okay.
to know. I need to know where my character's at. For this
Okay, that's
situation.
fine. That's
okay, so
fine.
are you turning in your interview to me right now, or turning in your application to me right now, or
Yes,
are we about to sit down for an interview already? Or we've reached the interview process?
Let me ask you this, because you've instructed me that he should turn in his interview in person.
Right, application.
Sorry.
That was
I'm
my fault.
sorry.
I got that in your head.
Turn in his application in person to Stephanie Newman or to the manager at Northwest Theater?
I would say Stephanie Newman or Valerie.
And they are going to be at the theater?
I mean, ideally.
So how do you know when for him to go?
They're in the daytime.
They're there every day?
The daytime.
Okay, so he's going to walk in. He's going to have his application in hand, filled out. And he's going to say, "Can I speak to the manager, please?"
Bing, bang, boom. That's the one.
And then Stephanie Newman or Valerie will walk up.
In an ideal world, yeah.
Okay, and then he would, I'm assuming, greet them with a
Yeah.
handshake.
Yeah.
"Hello, my name is Ray Barrera. I would like to talk to you about getting a job part-time during the day." Or let me say, I'll instruct him to just ask about getting a job.
I
Is
see.
getting a job, maybe that's a little bit, let's use some better words, you know?
Yeah, I feel like he's got to sell it, you know?
Okay.
What he needs to do.
I was told that you guys need some decent help around here. And I would like to fill in the gaps around here.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, we actually, we need some projectionists that can work till about 1 o'clock in the morning. You think you can do that for us?
Well, I
Do you have any experience in movie theaters or something?
well, no, you know, I've been to the movies a lot. I really like the movies, and I actually haven't had a job in 20 years. So,
Well, what have you been doing yourself?
well, you know, actually, I'm a handyman. So I've been doing lots of handyman things in and around the city with various people hiring me to mow their yard or fix their window or their door or their sinks and water heaters and washers and dryers. And then also, this is mainly the reason that I stopped working. I moved into my parents' house when I was, this is about 20 years ago. Moved in back with my parents, and I lived there for a while, for 20 years, and took care of them.
Right.
And I did all these odd jobs around the house, and I took care of their house, and I took care of them, took them to their places, and took them to the grocery store, and did all these things until they died. And now I'm moved on from that job, if you want to call it, towards the end. Last 5 years, it was a full-time job, you know, being on call 24 hours a day for whatever they needed. And now I'm looking to get into the job market. And when I was working 20 years ago, I was a printer using printing presses. Well, that is no longer in existence. So all I really have is my handyman skills. And, you know, was hoping I could work a day shift at this here fine theater.
I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt this interview real fast
Okay.
with a little bit of real life. Wait, Jason? Are you telling me that your father is looking for employment? It would have to be in walking distance, I'm assuming.
No,
as well?
he can drive.
Okay.
Well,
Would
he
be
he lives.
close to that area. I'm just curious. Did he ever obtain any licenses or anything?
He has his driver's license.
I mean, more like
A construction license
or maintenance. Like, does he
No, he doesn't have any sort of licensing.
or anything?
Nope. He could be a maintenance person, definitely.
Yeah.
But he's
Not looking for that. He's looking for more like
well,
a ticket
no.
terror.
I think maybe he's not looking for that because he doesn't know that opportunity exists for him because he sees himself as not only worth a ticket terror.
Right.
You know what I mean? The thing about him being a maintenance man is that he's very slow about things and like he does things his way and like I don't know. He's not the best communicator, I guess is what I'm saying. That's just me telling you personally about him, you know.
I'm going to be very interested to see if he's more
But you've met him,
charismatic than
right?
you. Yeah, I feel like we haven't had any elongated
Well, he's
hours
really,
upon
really
hours of
smart.
hanging out.
He's super smart. He's just old and grumpy. You know what I mean? Like he's
Sounds
60
like the
years
perfect
old.
doorman. Someone with
Well, he'll be nice to the customers. Hello, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. He's real friendly.
right,
you know?
right.
But
with his great communication skills.
well, I mean, like communicating on like a maintenance job where like you have 3 or 4 guys trying to rebuild something or fix
I see. Yeah.
But he had jobs like that.
Well, I mean, I suppose it would be possible.
He had a
to bring
job
him on.
remodeling a restaurant with this crew. I mean,
Yeah.
he knows all different kinds of stuff about fixing things.
Well, I mean, he might even, he might not be a bad little guy for
a maintenance gig.
Yeah, you might want to have him maybe even inquire, maybe do like a.
Was that like an online thing?
Well, I mean, you could probably go in, but like I wouldn't maybe.
Well,
if he's looking to do
maybe you could talk to Stephanie about it. Or
I could.
Just bring it on up. Maybe.
Yeah, I just don't know how. I mean, maybe start in the door. And then work like a couple shifts on maintenance. I don't know if they have
if like an opportunity for that.
Yeah,
like that split shift kind of thing.
I'm just not sure if they have like a assigned maintenance guy because we technically have one.
Like
but
he could do maintenance at the place that he's tearing tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he's like, I'm bored. Let me spruce this up.
Yeah, like he'll bring his own tools even, I guess, if he wanted him to. I don't know how strict y'all are about stuff. Like my company, you can't.
Yeah, we won't.
You're not supposed to use your own shit.
Yeah, I don't think we let you do that.
Right.
I think all of our stuff is all of our stuff. Because that way, when you leave, it's like, why are you taking any of this with you?
Right.
Oh, this belongs to me. Well, why is it in our goddamn building? No,
right.
No, it doesn't belong to you. Any of the tools you've been using should have been the tools that you got through us.
Provided to by us. Well, your tools fucking sucked.
Well, you bought them. We gave you a petty cash to buy tools.
And you bought dildos. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, this is weird. This is why you got fired. And now you're trying to steal the dildos.
Back.
Yeah.
These are my dildos now.
Yeah, these belong to us. We'll figure out what to do with them. Asshole. God, I hate fictitious maintenance people.
Fictitious maintenance people are such assholes.
Yeah, they just...
You know, I used to have this job where I would hand out flyers at apartment complexes, and we were always on the lookout for the maintenance man. That was like the cops, like, oh, watch out for the maintenance man. And like, we'd be walking through the courtyard, and you'd see the maintenance man walk by, and you'd duck behind a corner or duck behind a air conditioner or something.
Did you ever see anyone get hit with those big
Billy
ring
clubs?
of keys?
Oh, the ring of keys,
Yeah.
the epic ring of keys. No, I never got hit with a ring of keys or witnessed anyone being beaten by a set of keys. But I can't say that I wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, it does sound like it would
Maybe
be
on
pretty
YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's a video or two.
You know, there's a lot of videos on
Or
YouTube
10.
that are not so great.
Oh, there's about 1 trillion videos on YouTube that aren't very good.
Yeah, I saw this. I didn't even watch it, but it was about this shark getting beaten with a wooden board, and I just
Sounds
didn't want to see
terrible.
it. Yeah, it was awful.
One of the trends I've noticed of late, I was trying to find like a song I was interested in. So, I type in the name of the song, type in the name of the artist, and I assume on the top 5 things would be the song or the video for the song, or like one of those videos where they show the lyrics behind it at the same time. And it was not anywhere towards the top of the page.
So what was it? What was the results?
Large quantities of douchebags with guitars playing that song.
Oh, wonderful.
And singing it and putting it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to get famous, bro.
Yeah, that's going to
They're
happen.
trying to pull a Bieber. That's how Justin Bieber got discovered.
Are you fucking joking with me
No,
right now?
Justin Timberlake, I believe is who it was watching those videos, saw Bieber, and was like, hey, this kid's good. Found out who he was, made him a big fucking star. And now we're all grateful for it.
Yeah, way to go, Justin Timberlake. I hope you're very fucking proud of yourself.
I mean, Justin Timberlake turned out to be okay.
Yeah, I actually really like Justin Timberlake.
I think
I'm not
he's.
gonna lie about
I
it.
didn't like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or whatever the fuck he was in. I think it was NSYNC.
I'm not going to admit that I know that I was insane.
But they were awful. They littered my TRL. If you don't remember, if you recall, Total Request Live.
Me and
I
Carson
was
Daly.
trying to watch Korn and Limp Bizkit videos,
Yeah.
and fucking NSYNC was all over my shit.
Well, they were usually, it was like Korn would be.
Trying to watch P Diddy.
Yeah, 7.
Trying to watch my goddamn R. Kelly and my
Feeling like
my Ja Rule
freak on a
videos.
leash.
But
Talk about Korn someday.
do a Korn podcast.
Yeah,
dude, that could be multifaceted.
Yeah.
There's so many things we could talk about.
Yeah.
So, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
we never really finished
I felt like we did.
talking about.
Turtle?
No.
Talking
Is
about
this
your
talking
dad?
about Turtle? Talking about my dad.
Yeah, I feel like it's a different ball game with the maintenance stuff thrown in. You
Oh,
should
we
definitely-
did talk about the maintenance stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe you should.
Okay, well, I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah. See if he's actually interested in doing anything on that end. There actually
Okay.
might be some.
So
Openings.
I guess I'm assuming that you're looking for maintenance guys.
Let
Let me ask you.
Generally,
Let me ask you about for me. How much does a maintenance man make?
I have no earthly idea.
$20 an hour?
Probably not.
15?
Maybe closer to that. I mean, it would really depend on his credentials.
Zero
I think-
credentials.
See, that's the thing is we have like a test that I think they give our guys.
The Wonderlic test?
Oh, it's the the football Wonderlic test. Depending on how well you do, you get assigned like a score 0 to 10,
Okay.
which assesses your
Pay grade?
your technical expertise in
Okay.
various fields, and then they use that to assign you on a level of maintenance guy, which affects your rate of pay.
I see.
For instance, the maintenance guy at my movie theater,
Is he there every day?
he's there like 5 days a week, but you'd never notice
Right.
because his maintenance rating is
0.
0.
Is it the best? Is it the worst?
Well, it's the best.
I
at
thought you
being
said the
worst.
rating was 1 to 10, not 0 to 10.
Well, if there's a 0, then he's 0.
So I'm sorry, but I'm not sure about the direction of scale. Are we talking about how 1 is the best or 10 is the
Oh,
best?
we are not going golf. This
So
is not
10
golf.
is the best. So you would never know because he sucks at his job.
Correct.
My dad should do that job.
Yeah, I would take him probably over the guy I have now.
Well,
Could
maybe
he-
we could do that. Maybe
you
we
know
could
how to-
set him up as a level 1 maintenance,
Yeah.
5
Ooh.
days a week
What's
during
his,
the day.
What's your dad's wisdom at?
His wisdom.
If he's a level 1
He's got. Let's see. Let's just run down the six
Six,
categories.
yeah.
Okay. Natural strength of a regular human is a 10.
the average
Yeah, the
strength
average.
of humanity would be 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with. He's got a 9. No, let's say 10 strength.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's
Okay.
not too bad. You don't need a terrible high
Right.
strength.
Okay. So his dexterity
Mhm.
is gonna be 13.
13.
Okay. His charisma. I'm sorry. His constitution
Uh-huh.
is going to be a 15. Now, his wisdom, it's probably going to be a 17. I'm going to say that this guy's probably a cleric, and his highest stat is his wisdom.
Oh, he's pretty perceptive individual.
Well, I thought perception was more about intelligence. I'm on a 2.0 scale here. Where
Yeah, I'm
intelligence is perception.
Yeah, no. Intelligence would be like knowledges of various kinds. If you're doing a spot check, that's definitely wisdom.
What's a spot check?
Like, oh, I'm gonna look around for hidden people.
Oh yeah, no, that's not his forte.
Yeah.
Okay, let's backtrack.
Okay.
We're gonna give the old wisdom.
It's like common sense.
We're gonna give it a 12.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna give the intelligence a 17.
Oh, okay.
His highest score is gonna be his intelligence.
That's not bad. That's
And then we're gonna give him a 9 for charisma.
That's a +3 bonus.
I know. And we're gonna give him a 9 for charisma.
It's -1.
Yeah. So
Abrasive. Oh, he's ugly. So, let's start a quick recap down.
what is a recap down? Is
Recap.
it like a new style of hat that I'm not aware of?
You've never thrown a recap down?
Well, I threw my cap down on the ground,
Mhm.
but I guess it wasn't a recap.
You've never. Oh, okay. Well,
So I guess I'm not familiar.
well, it's not a recap. It's a recap down.
Oh, a recap down.
You've never thrown a recap down.
I guess I've never thrown a recap down.
Oh, that's weird. It's a Austrian party. You kind of like, it's like throwing a party, but it's a little different.
Okay, well, so in what way is throwing a recap down different than like throwing a party?
Throwing a party. Okay. Well, for instance, like at a party,
Okay.
you might expect there to be like libations, like alcohol.
Wet my whistle.
Yeah, you know, gotta-
That's to be expected.
Yeah, delicious. Like,
All right,
like
okay.
maybe a little sangria.
Okay, or maybe some finely crafted beer.
Yeah, you know, you never know what you're gonna find at
Okay,
a.
some bottled water even. That's not alcohol, but
Yeah,
you know,
well, you know, maybe it has like.
some sparkling water.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay.
So at a recap down, you would find instead of like a punch bowl, there would just be large blocks of wood everywhere. And whereas maybe at like a party, you might have snacks, finger foods, entrees, fruit salads. things like
Okay,
that, right?
so but there's just blocks of wood.
Well, I mean, instead of
Instead of
drinks-
libations, there's blocks of wood.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
instead of snacks and party favors.
Well, hold on. No,
Okay.
I'm getting to it.
I'm sorry,
Jumping
I'm
ahead
sorry.
of the story, Jason.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we're
I'm
trying to have
sorry.
a conversation
I just really
here.
want to know about the recap down.
I can understand it. It's
Excuse me.
exciting.
Throwing the recap down.
Yeah, a recap down. Yeah.
Throwing a recap down.
Yeah, but all about throwing a recap down.
Okay.
So, what you have instead of food, what you have instead of delicious fruit snacks. There are metal. Oh, what's the right word? Like wedges, but they have like sharp edges at the end. Also, you can
Okay.
use them like a chisel.
Okay, so kind of
if
like a
need be.
chisel.
Yeah, like a chisel, but it's got
So they're about a foot long, maybe? Or?
like 6 inches to a foot, depending.
Okay,
Like they have them for
okay.
kids.
You got your kids wedge and your medium, your teenage wedge, and
yeah.
your full-on adult wedge.
Right,
and then,
right.
of course, don't forget about your senior citizen wedge.
Yeah, which is basically the small child wedge. So, yeah, they have that. And instead of, like, having activities where maybe you might do a little dancing to some music.
Okay, there
or
could be
something like
music at a
that.
party. That's to be expected. Music.
Yeah, at these...
At a
these,
party.
At a recap down.
Okay, at a recap. Throwing a recap down.
Yeah, if you were throwing a recap down, you would, instead of dancing, use the file/chisel instrument.
Okay.
And maybe like a hammer,
Okay.
if you're lucky, or like a large rock
Uh-huh.
to shape the wooden blocks
Okay.
into wooden shoes.
I see.
Right.
Wow.
And then
So let me stop you there.
Mhm.
It seems to me that when going, if you've been invited to a recap down,
Right.
you might want to bring your own hammer.
It's a good idea, but a lot of people, they get and I feel like invited is probably the incorrect word to use in this particular instance.
Okay, well, why is that?
Well, they don't really have a choice in coming or
Oh,
not.
so you're going to the recap down.
Oh, well, yeah, they're
Okay.
forced to go to the recap
Well,
down
let's go
whenever I
back.
have these.
We've made our wooden shoes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
What's
they've
next?
made the wooden shoes.
The attendees
Right.
of the recap down have
That are-
made their wooden shoes.
Right, that are forced to be there.
They shared the hammers and rocks. They crafted their wooden blocks
Mm-hmm.
from shoes. They're thirsty. They're hungry.
Yeah, well, they're little kids, so
they're
they should
not
be.
dancing.
Yeah.
They're not making merry.
Yeah, they're all about 10 to 12 years old.
What's next?
Well, I take all of the shoes that they've made, all of the hard work that they've put into it, the blood, sweat, and tears.
Okay.
I take those shoes, package them up,
Okay.
and I sell them for profit.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I sell them to...
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You must be throwing a recap down like 3 or 4 days a week.
Well, I mean, I throw a recap down like 5 days a week. If you-
5 whole days a week. Wow. So
I
that's
gotta like it.
that's how you make money, right?
Mhm. Correct, with recap downs.
Wow.
It's like a little party, you know?
Okay. Well, that's fabulous. So there must be a really big market for wooden shoes.
Oh yeah, like people love them like clogs.
So if I were to go, out to the market,
Mm-hmm.
buy myself a pair of wooden shoes, what might I pay?
I charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a pair.
My goodness.
Well, these are handcrafted shoes. I mean, these kids' fingers are so small and dexterous.
I bet their fingers are just cut and raw at the end of a day's
Well, at the
work.
end, probably, but I mean, I only use them the one time, and then we ship them off.
You ship them off.
Well, I don't need them anymore. The recap down's done.
So do you have like a couple of henchmen, or excuse me, I don't mean to use that word.
Yeah, that
Do you have a
doesn't
couple
sound
of assistants that kind of help you out setting up your recap down every day, where they round up all the attendees and they move them from location to location. They're like
Right.
a band of gypsies. We do the recap down on Monday at this location. On Tuesday, we've shipped out all these attendees. On Tuesday at noon, we're starting Tuesday's recap down.
Right.
We're throwing it down
Throwing
and
recap
with a whole
down.
new crew.
Of course.
Then on Wednesday, we're getting rid of that crew, moving to place number 3.
Yeah, I mean, we
and
got
they
to
just
get...
move around, and you're kind of up in the top, coordinating the whole recap down.
Yeah,
You're telling everybody what to do, how to throw it,
yeah. Throwing it down.
and at the same
I
time,
know how to throw a party.
at the same time, you've got just a boatload of wooden shoes coming into your supply room,
Right.
and you've got to move those to your vendors.
Oh, they're getting out.
They go to all the different markets,
Right.
Because there's people all over the place who want to buy wooden shoes,
Custom made.
especially when they cost upwards of $700.
Oh, yeah. It's
You
for
know,
the upper
and it's really
echelon.
about size. Be lucky if your wife has small feet,
Oh,
because then you're only having to spend $500
Yeah,
on
that's
your wife's wooden
500
shoes.
for it. Yeah, it definitely...
But like
you
my,
sell.
my gal, she's got some big old clunkers on the bottom of her legs,
I know that.
and I have to buy the $1,000 wooden shoes.
That's what I told you, at least.
That's the day's work.
Yeah. So, to answer, well, first of all, I find it very interesting that you described them as gypsies, because they actually, in fact, are gypsies.
No, well, perfect.
My assistants, they do indeed assist me in obtaining these kids that just want to have a good time,
Great,
want to go
great.
to a recap down.
little recap down.
Yeah, have 'em
That you just
for-
ask them,
Yeah.
hey, you want to
Well,
throw a recap down?
Well, I don't really ask them. I tell
Well,
the
you don't.
gypsies.
The
to
gypsies do. They
bring
say,
them.
okay, we're going to do a little
But
role.
they enjoy
We're gonna do a
it.
little
I feel like it's a fun.
Hold on.
fun little
We're going to do
thing.
a little bit of role playing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm a gypsy.
Okay.
You're like a 13-year-old kid.
Should be
You're
easy.
walking home from school.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up. I stop. Hey, kid.
Huh? Oh.
Hey, you right there.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
you want to throw a recap down?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not really sure what that is.
Do you want to throw a recap down?
I mean, I should probably get home. My mom's pretty sick.
No. Do you want to throw a recap down?
Well, I mean, I have the medicine for my mom.
Well,
and
let
she
me
needs the-
pull you aside. Let's side note.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let me
just-
parlay you for a
yeah,
second.
I'll just walk over here. Yeah, I'll just get closer to your van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to throw a recap down?
Well, like I said, I'm not really 100% sure what.
Well,
that
why don't you
is,
hop in
but,
the van?
Oh wait,
We'll
do you want
go.
to talk in
We'll
the van?
we'll go deliver that meds,
Uh-huh.
and you
That's really nice of you.
will come with me.
Okay.
Throw a recap down.
Well, I mean, the ride would be very much appreciated, but I think I just want to get home and like I'm in advanced mathematics classes, so I got a lot of homework, and I'm an honor roll student, so I'm in.
Can we take a time out here, JB? Can we take a time out?
Oh yeah, man, of course.
Okay.
Let's take a quick little
Let's-
time out.
let's-
Yeah, let's off to the side.
Off to the side.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
Well, I've said.
mm-hmm. What's going on, man?
I've said.
Huh?
Do you want to go? What's it called?
I know. I keep forgetting to.
Throw a rundown. A cap.
It's recap down.
A recap down.
recap down.
Okay. Okay. Let's.
Why do we get so locked on this?
That's the nature of the beast, Josh.
This is supposed to be a short episode. Recap down.
Recap down.
Okay.
So I've said to the little boy,
Right.
"Do you want to throw a recap down 3 times?" Okay, that's the magic number.
Yeah, right.
So that means automatically he's going to get in the car and come with me.
Oh, yeah, obviously. At that point, he has no choice.
Right.
That's
so,
how it works. It's like Bloody Mary. Or
Anyways, so
Beetlejuice.
now let's cut back to our role playing to pick it back up where you
Yeah,
get
of
in the
course.
car, come
Yeah.
to the recap down.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess if you ask me 3 times, I guess I have to jump in. So, yeah, let's, I'll just leave this medicine for my mom here, and we can just go straight to
she'll
the-
be okay. Just
Yeah.
come on with me. We're going to go through a recap down.
Yeah, she's a pretty resilient lady, so, yeah, let's go.
So that's it, Josh.
That's how, and I'm sure that's how it goes down for all those kids. They jump in, they
Right,
they
so
have a
you're
blast making
running,
cheese, and then they.
pretty much you're running a criminal organization here.
I'm not sure how you get that out of. I'm offering like fun
Well,
little parties.
okay, let me tell you. Do you know what racketeering is? Organized crime?
Racketeering, is that like those old calculators where you move the little beads? back and forth?
Okay, okay, you've got to have seen these. Racketeering, it's like a tennis racket, but it's a little bit smaller, and it's got a square thing instead of a round thing.
Okay.
And it's like multiple strings of racket
Yeah.
together. That's a racketeering.
Right.
If I was like, hey, Josh, do you want to go racketeering?
Yeah, that's
we
what
would
we would
go out to the yard.
It's like wall ball.
And we
Kinda.
would bang a small blue ball,
Yeah, the
against
little
the wall.
rubber.
Yeah, a little rubber
I
ball.
don't know what the name of that technically is.
I think it's a racketeering ball.
Oh, racketeering ball. Yeah,
Racketeering
okay, well,
ball.
that makes sense now. I get it now.
Right,
That makes
right.
sense.
So
we
this
should
is
play
like-
some racketeering ball sometime.
It's like 1940,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna go racketeering ball.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe we should just end our mini episode.
Yeah,
here.
we tried to recap back at the...
That's true. We've been trying to recap for a while.
Yeah,
Well,
we
let's
we don't even need a recap.
We
with
don't
you.
need a recap.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Keeping it small.
Are we gonna do our classic?
Are we going to end it on that classic note, that thing everyone's expecting? Is that what you're
I
talking
think
about?
so.
I mean, I know you're all just,
Aching to hear us again.
yeah, sitting around, and, we'll be back. Don't
We're gonna
worry
be
about
back.
that. Don't you worry about that. It won't even be like a tiny little episode like this one was.
No, this is like a 5-minute or maybe like 3.5 minutes.
yeah, we might be able to
Minisode.
shave this down to like 2 minutes.
Just a
of-
mini-sode. All right, so you ready?
Yeah, and we know everyone's ripped and roaring and on the edge of their seats to hear this one.
And they're going to be on the edge of their seats to hear the next episode all about corn.
Oh, it's going to be so much corn.
So much
Yeah,
corn.
we're bringing corn at you next time. So
Next
I
week
hope
on
you guys,
TBD, we're talking about corn.
Yeah, dust off your 90s t-shirts and get your head rocking hair out.
Wear all your Adidas.
All of your Adidas. And if
Yeah.
you're feeling like a freak on a leash, I'm thinking maybe next episode you might be saying to yourself, I've got the life. When we're talking all about corn. Till then, I'm JB.
And I'm JB.
And you've been waiting for this all day. We're just here to say a nice, gentlemanly,
just scholarly
goodbye.
Goodbye.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can find me, JB, at TBD DOS Podcast, or JB, my cotangent, at Shibbly Bibbly Boop. Thanks for listening.